Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you guys had a great Saturday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our last 3 times build with the straight out of Neospace. Again, just real quick to recap before we get into today's deck, we are going to be using the 3 times structure, I guess, actually. Format, maybe, is maybe the way to change up the words. Today we're going to be doing Sartorius Kumar. We will be doing the Destructive Fate. Again, what we are going to use, we're going to restrict ourselves to just the cards in this deck's list, and we're going to allow ourselves 3 copies of the structure deck to do so. So without any further ado, let's get it. The skill card is going to start the duel flipped over at the beginning. It is Destructive Fate. So the way this works, during your turn, when you would toss a coin or coins for the effect of a monster or a spell card, once per turn per type, you may lose half your life points to declare the result or results instead. During the end phase of your 3rd turn, flip this card over. Now, real quick, this was big. Celestial Duelist, if you're out there watching her, I can't tell you enough how much I wanted you to use this skill card. Again, it's kind of costly. It's half your life points, but if you do it right a couple of times, there's almost no need to use it more than once, maybe twice. It is a big gamble, but this deck has the option to do some big things. So, that said, let's get you guys a deck list. So, first card we're going to use 2 copies of the Arcana Force 0, the Fool. Now, this card, again, Celestial, I love you. I'll always love you. But you used it wrong. So, cannot be destroyed by battle, cannot be changed to defense position. If this card is summoned, toss a coin. So, on heads, you negate any card effect of your own that would target this, and if you do, destroy those card effects. And if tails, negate the opponent's card effect that would target this card, and if you do, destroy them. That's all fine and well. You set this guy. You never summon him in attack mode, guys. Not even one time. Always set this card. And then when it flips up because of combat, that's not a summon. So you'll never have to flip the coin, and you'll just have a monster that's immune to battle. Okay, this thing's amazing. It's a great little 1-star fairy/angel type card. And again, these are all based off of the Arcana cards of the Tarot deck. So again, just really cool card. And this is going to help us get into our larger monsters because, again, for the most part, unless you're playing Triceratops, which is available in this tournament, there's not a whole lot of piercing damage that happens in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but there's enough that, like, you should maybe use this card sparingly. For the 3 times tournament, I don't feel bad about putting 2 in here. Next card, we're going to use 3 copies, Arcana Force 1, the Magician. So, from now on, I'm only going to tell you what the effects are. Just know that when summoned, toss coin, okay? So on this one, head says if a spell is activated, this card's attack becomes double the original until the end of the turn. This could be during our opponent's turn, guys. If they activate something, then we can jump this card to 2200. If tails, anytime a spell card is activated, then the opponent gets to gain 500 life. Again, if we can designate this, we want to. This is big gains. Second, or third monster, I suppose, Arcana Force 4, the Emperor. And the way the Emperor works, heads allows all of the Arcana Force to gain 500 attack. Tails will have us losing 500 attack. And the way that the interaction works between this and Magician is this is a static boost. So again, let's say we have 1 and 1. Let's say they both got heads. The Magician does his thing. I activate a spell card. What'll happen is he's not going to be at 16. He's the way we're going to treat it is we're going to double him and then add back the 5. So 22, then 27. Okay. And that's just how the interaction is going to work. And again, the Emperors can and will stack if you have more than one on the field at the same time. Next up, we're going to use one of the large monster Arcana Force 21, the World. Again, heads, once per turn during the end phase, you can send 2 monsters you control to the graveyard to skip your opponent's next turn. Again, that's just super awesome. I want to do that. And then tails, once per turn during the opponent's draw phase, add the top card, during the opponent's draw phase, add the top card of their graveyard to their hand. So again, this could actually end up helping them a lot, but this card's at 3,100, so it's really good. Another thing that I don't know if you guys noticed about the Arcana Force cards, their attack and defenses are the same. So when this one is 14, when this one's 11, when that one is 0, when this one is 31. It is mirrored stats. Last monster, 1 copy, the Light Ruler. And again, this is actually, these are all searchable. They're all searchable, and this one is actually a special summon once you have 3 monsters. So you'll send 3 monsters you control from the field to grave. Then, again, if this is special summoned, you'll toss the coin. Heads, when this destroys opponent's monster by battle and sends to grave, target a card in your grave, add back to hand. And tails, when a spell, trap, or monster effect that targets this card is activated. Quick effect, this card loses exactly 1,000 attack, negate activation, and destroy. So again, there's almost not a bad effect here, and it's just a really good, fun card. Plus, I like the way it looks. Spells and traps. This one is goofy. So the one thing I want to run is I want to play 3 copies of Arcana Reading. Now, the way this works, you toss a coin, apply the effect. If Light Barrier is in your field zone, just choose the effect instead. So heads, add a card from your deck that has a coin toss effect with a different name. Brilliant, everything's searchable. If tails, opponent adds 1 card from their deck to their hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard immediately after the resolution to normal summon 1 Arcana Force monster. You can use each effect once per turn. So even if our opponent gets something, we can normal summon an extra monster because they got that. So again, almost not a bad effect either way on it. We are going to run the field spell, Light Barrier ×2. And the way it works, once per turn during the standby phase, toss coin. If the result is tails, the following effects are negated until the next standby phase. So again, I'm not too sure if I would assume the turn that we activate this, we're free to do what we want. If you guys know, please comment down below. I promise I will be looking this up before we start playing this. First effect, when you summon an Arcana Force monster, choose the effect without tossing. And second, if your Arcana Force monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, gain life equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. Light Barrier helps offset the destructive fate. This is a good thing. And again, super searchable. You've got 3 Arcana readings. And when you have 3 Arcana readings and you can pay half your life points to do something, maybe just do it. Trap-wise, we are going to run 3 copies of the Divine Wrath. I've loved this trap since it was debuted. When a monster effect is activated, discard card, negate activation, destroy monster. Couldn't be any simpler. And then last but not least, Inverse Universe at 2. Again, I mentioned that these guys have equal stats. This will allow you to switch stats up. And again, not always, but enough of the time, this is going to help you with some survivability issues. No extra deck. This deck does not come with one. Again, if this was like me being normal, I'd be like, oh, let's play Waking the Dragon in the sideboard. Let's go ahead and do some other fun stuff. And then by the end of the whole thing, we'll do some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But this is the whole deck. So we're going to move this to right here. And again, I'm going to wish you guys well. I hope that you guys all enjoyed this. If you did, I'm going to ask you nicely. Maybe support the channel. Maybe. If you want to do that, it's easy. Like, comment, sub. Let your friends know. Let your enemies know. Make some enemies. Let them know. Make some more friends. Let them know. Whatever you guys are into. But you guys go out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll be back with another one here shortly. All right? All right. See you guys later.